Tonight at 9, the U.S. Supreme Court hearing arguments today in hope to invalidate the Affordable Care Act. The president-elect's response in moments.
Plus, UPD increasing patrols as tensions are high following the election. Just ahead, what Mayor Ridenour has to say.
Tracking Tropical Storm Ada, sunny skies and cooler temperatures tonight on NewsLink, Indiana.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
I'm letting them know that America's back. We're going to be back in the game. It's not American alone.
Joe Biden addressing today's remarks on the Affordable Care Act. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Anna Chalker.
And I'm Emily Harless. We'll touch back on that in just a moment, but first we want to begin with the latest in Indianapolis. A grand jury cited insufficient evidence as the reason not to indict an Indianapolis Metropolitan Police officer who shot and killed a man back in May. Investigators say 21-year-old Drejon Reed led police on a car chase, which he streamed live on his Facebook page. Reed later got out of the car and tried to run. Indiana State Police said in a news conference this evening, Reed was tased by IMPD officer Drejon Mercer. Reed continued to run and exchange gunfire with police. State police say it's unclear who fired first. ISP says the gun Reed had was stolen from a pawn shop in Texas.
Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett responded after the announcement was made, saying in part, "Today my thoughts are with the family of Drejon Reed, who continues to grieve the loss of a son, a brother, and a friend. The events that led to the death of Mr. Reed have forced our community to confront the loss of this young life and have raised understandable questions produced by centuries of racism and mistrust. From the beginning, I advocated for a transparent review of the incident, requesting monitoring from federal authorities and supporting the appointment of a special prosecutor to lead the Indiana State Police investigation." Mayor Dan Ridenour is asking people to stay calm after incidents this weekend on Ball State's campus that are believed politically motivated. Cell phone video from Friday night appears to show several people driving around displaying political flags and harassing people. BSU President Jeffrey Mearns sent out an email announcing increased patrol from University Police until further notice. He encouraged students to report any threatening behavior to UPD. The mayor saying in his weekly community update that kind of aggressive behavior won't be tolerated in the city.
We will get through this together, not because we lack tolerance, but because we embraced each other in a way that broke barriers of communication, strengthened our neighbors, found common ground, and worked together to stand against hate.
NewsLink Indiana has reached out to the Muncie Police Department for more information, but has not heard back yet. President-elect Joe Biden saying today that striking down on the Affordable Care Act would be, quote, simply cruel and needlessly divisive. It comes the same day the U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments in a case seeking to invalidate it.
Biden says it would rip away health coverage from 20 million Americans during the worst pandemic in a century. He says it's a matter of life and death for many Americans, and it, quote, does not need to be a partisan issue.
I promise you this, beginning on January 20th, the Vice President-elect Harris and I, we're going to do everything in our power to ease the burden of health care on you and your families. I promise you that. As I said, I will protect your health care like as my own family.
In your coronavirus headlines tonight, the U.S. surpasses 1 million new confirmed coronavirus cases in just the first 10 days of November. The U.S. Surgeon General saying today he expects the U.S. to be giving vaccinations to the general public by early next year. This comes after the news of Pfizer's early results of its vaccine, promising 90% effectiveness.
Unfortunately, we know right now that cases are going up across the nation because I know people are fatigued. I know this seems like it's been going on for forever, and I know it seems like that there's no end.
The Surgeon General says they will primarily focus on the vulnerable first towards the end of the year. This includes people who are older, the frontline workers, doctors, nurses, police officers, and firefighters.
In the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, there were hopes that hot summer temperatures could reduce its spread. As we head into cooler temperatures, again, cases are still on the rise. Meredith Wood shares new research that explores the connection between weather and COVID-19.
As the U.S. braces for the next wave of the pandemic heading into the winter months, new research reveals the relationship between weather and the coronavirus.
Weather is neither a friend nor a foe. The choices you're going to make socially, and personally, they will determine your risk.
Dr. Deb Neogi, professor of geosciences at the University of Texas, Austin, led the study and says it doesn't matter if it's hot or cold outside. The spread of COVID-19 depends almost entirely on human behavior.
It essentially brings a message of hope that just because we are going to get into a colder season does not mean it is going to be much more messier.
The data shows that individual actions like taking trips and spending time away from home were the top reasons for COVID-19 growth. And temperature and climate really did not have an influence when compared to other factors. Dr. Neogi says right now personal choices and social behaviors are the best ways to lower risks of exposure to the virus.
I will look at what's data saying, what science is saying, and I will hope for a dash of good luck.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
State health officials say Indiana is continuing its record-setting trend of COVID-19 hospitalizations and new infections. The state has once again surpassed 4,000 new cases in a day. The 4,879 new COVID-19 infections mark the state's second highest daily count of new cases and the sixth day in a row Indiana has reported more than 4,000 cases. Indiana's pandemic death toll now reaches 4,731. Back here on campus, there are an estimated total of 71 active cases.
With Thanksgiving break just 2 weeks away, students are preparing to head home. However, fear is growing that students could potentially bring COVID-19 home with them. Colleges like Notre Dame will require students to get tested before leaving campus. Here at Ball State, BSU officials encourage students to avoid large gatherings, including when shopping, traveling, and spending time with family. They also say students should simply do what they have been doing on campus. The last day of in-person classes is November 24th, and classes will be remote after Thanksgiving.
It doesn't really affect me that much. A lot of my classes are already online. It's like half and half for me right now.
Honestly indifferent about it. It's not going to change anything about this semester. It's the same quality.
BSU leaders say students living in the dorms must be out by the 25th at 8 a.m. And now with the finals in mind, I've been thinking about those cooler temperatures, but we really haven't been experiencing those past couple of days.
No, we definitely got hit by a heat wave, and as nice as it's kind of been, I love fall, so I'm ready for those cooler temperatures. Morgan, what can you tell us about that?
Yes, we actually broke the record temperatures here in Muncie over the last couple of days, but taking a look at what's going on currently around the nation, temperatures definitely on the cooler side out west, and that cooler air is going to gradually start to push in to the Indiana region, causing temperatures to cool off over the next couple of days. But tonight, temperatures staying pretty cool and warm, so a nice combination of not too warm and not too cool temperatures on the Indiana region, but I'll have more in my full forecast.
Morgan, thank you. The Student Action Team is hosting a food drive with the dorms and partnering with Cardinal Kitchen.
The first year for SAT doing a food drive with us. We do have other food drives that happen around campus. Kind of any of the Greek Life or any other organizations that do a food drive, they usually donate food to us, which we're very grateful for.
Drive does. Now, since this drive does end tomorrow, they still have to go through some precautions with COVID-19 still in the picture.
Discuss like a perfect time for pickup and stuff. They'll be dropping it off on Thursday, and then by that Tuesday we should be able to bring it in. Usually it's about 48 hours. We've done a week because we're only open every week, so if it sits for a week, it's perfectly fine either way. So they'll bring it on Thursday, and we'll probably put it on our shelves on Tuesday.
Have you been holiday shopping? A brand is recalling one of their potential gifts. We'll tell you what in just a moment.
And Apple's newest release is today. Stay with us.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. If you bought a Yeti mug with a magnetic slider lid recently, listen up. The company is recalling nearly 250,000 of those mugs because you could actually end up getting burned. The company says the lid can pop off when the mug's filled with something hot. There have been 2 reports of it happening, though no one has gotten hurt. But the company says you should stop using the mug right away. The product number is 34204010. If your mug has that number, just send the lid back and you can get a full refund.
Apple unveiling a new MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, and a Mac Mini powered for the first time by processors developed in-house. The new, faster, more powerful chip is called the M1. It's part of the in-house Apple Silicon chip family that will power a new line of Macs to be rolled out over the next few years. Apple currently uses its in-house chips in the iPhone and iPad. The goal is to give Apple Store control over updates and user experience and allow apps to work more seamlessly between the devices. The new MacBook Air will start at $999, the 13-inch MacBook Pro will begin at $1,299, and the Mac Mini starts at $699. General Motors is looking to fill tech positions. GM says they plan to hire 3,000 new employees from now through early next year. The jobs will focus on engineering, design, and information technology. The automaker is working on developing autonomous and electric vehicles along with advanced platforms like smart battery systems. They will also need workers with software expertise.
This year, you can ensure your Thanksgiving meal. Whole Foods is teaming up with Progressive to offer insurance for your Thanksgiving meal in case the cooking goes haywire. The promotion amounts to a free $35 Whole Foods gift card to customers who, quote, commit a turkey cooking fail. The idea is that coronavirus restrictions are forcing households to host smaller gatherings, sometimes featuring inexperienced family cooks. Here's how it works. Buy a Whole Foods branded turkey from the store between November 11th and 22nd. If it winds up overcooked, undercooked, burnt, or dry, you can submit a claim with a receipt, brief explanation, and a picture to a special website. The promotion is limited to 1,000 customers. Entries have to be submitted started Thanksgiving Day through the following day at 3 a.m. Eastern Time.
Red Lobster is also offering something new for the holidays, limited edition Cheddar Bay biscuit gift boxes. The boxes filled with a half dozen cheesy treats will be available starting November 16th. You can order them for pickup or delivery at redlobster.com. For $1 more, you can get the limited edition festive gift box. Red Lobster is also offering holiday party platters, including the new chilled holiday seafood platter and new shrimp lovers holiday platter. Now, I have to tell you that the cheddar biscuits are my holiday comfort food, so I'm hoping those winter temperatures hurry pretty fast.
Yes, I will be tracking those cooler temperatures as well as a cold front that could bring some potential storms and showers tonight after the break.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. The time is 9:16. You're taking a look at the effects of Eta on Florida tonight.
2020 has been the most active hurricane season on record, with Eta becoming the 29th named storm to form in the Atlantic.
Yeah, and Morgan, with all that being said, do you think that Eta is going to be making landfall within the United States?
Actually, yes, there is some potential for Eta to track towards the Florida coast with tropical force winds and heavy rain reaching the area by Thursday. Good evening, I'm weather forecaster Morgan Taylor. The tropics are showing Eta off near Florida, and then there's some showers off to the north around Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, that region. Zooming in at the storm track, the storm is currently moving northward at around 7 miles per hour and is expected to reach the Florida Gulf Coast by Thursday at 1 a.m. So there's that northward track of the storm. Now, nationally, temperatures down there off to the southeast are on the warmer side, but off to the west, there's a large temperature gradient, and this border right here is where that cold front is lying. That's going to bring some cooler air to Muncie, but however, tonight, Muncie and Indiana as a whole is currently sitting in the 60s, 69 here in Muncie, 68 in Fort Wayne. So overall, temperatures in the upper 60s currently for Indiana. However, over the past couple of days, we've hit some records from November 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that's why we've been experiencing some warmer weather over the past few days. But temperatures are going to gradually start to cool off. Lows tonight being in the 40s for much of the state, and that cooler track is going to continue. Looking at those precision cache temps, temperatures high tomorrow in the 40s, and then moving the track forward, we could even be seeing freezing temps heading into Thursday. Temperatures continuing to cool down into Friday, highs in the 40s still, and then possibly even getting into the upper 20s by early Saturday. Now, tomorrow, temperatures could be a lot better and in the 50s, but right now, tonight, there's some storms moving through the area, some rain, and as we time that here out on Precision Cast, there's that shower and thunderstorm associated with that cold front that's going to start to push through into Wednesday morning, and then we'll clear out at around 9 a.m. Wednesday morning, leaving some lingering cloud cover, but overall a nice sunny clear day for tomorrow. With that, temperatures in the 50s, around 53 degrees tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a nice northwesterly wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and those sunny skies and temperatures in the 50s look to continue for much of the rest of the week. Looking at that mid-7-day forecast, temperatures staying in the 50s primarily, best chances for rain on Saturday. Chances are slim, but a stray shower or thunderstorm can't be ruled out this weekend, and lows look to be in the 40s and 30s for next week. So overall, clear and dry conditions primarily with sunny skies in store.
Yes, well, I'm very excited. I can officially put my summer clothes away and start getting out those sweaters again, hopefully for this week. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
A local high school basketball coach has resigned just before the season. Find out who next.
And Ball State play-by-play commentator kicked off a fundraiser for diabetes. Find out who will be impacted after the break.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo, is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. When I think of kids going to school hungry, hunger, homelessness, in this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Philip Chorzay with sports. We begin with breaking news tonight. Blackford head coach Jerry Hoover announcing his resignation today because of concerns about COVID-19. Hoover, at 86 years old, was entering his fourth season coaching the Bruins. In a statement, Hoover saying, quote, "I have enjoyed coaching at Blackford and appreciate everything that admin and the community has done to make my time there productive." Then Athletic Director Tony Ugin releasing a statement saying, "We appreciate his efforts and what he did for the kids, program, school, and community. We hate to see him go, but certainly understand his concerns. His legacy will live on for years. We wish him the best in retirement." Hoover will be leaving the Bruins with a 52-20 record. This is the highest winning percentage in school history. From the basketball court over to the gridiron, you hear him calling the big plays on game day, but last weekend, Ball State announcer Joel Gaudette tackling another big task. The Type 1 Takedown fundraiser, a CrossFit event organized by Gaudette, took place last Saturday in 22 gyms and even one fire department across central Indiana. The money they were able to raise helping families in need obtain glucose monitors and insulin pumps to treat type 1 diabetes. And Gaudette hoping that its impact will continue to grow in years to come.
You need support from those around you that have a vested interest in it succeeding as well. So to have gotten that was humbling. It was awesome. And it makes you, excited for the good that we can do this year and hopefully what we can do going forward. Ultimately, it's about what you're able to do. We're going to be able to help a lot of people. And now that you've done it once, you want to help more people. So you're going to want to do it twice. And we'll get to thinking about it. It's one of those things where you kind of start the wheels moving in motion at some point sooner rather than later.
This weekend finally marking the long-awaited return of the Masters tournament. The tournament was pushed back from its usual April date this year because of COVID-19 concerns. Dustin Johnson coming into Augusta ranked number 1 in the world. Behind him in those world rankings are John Rahm of Spain, Justin Thomas, and Colin Morikawa of the U.S., and Rory McIlroy of Northern Ireland. Tiger Woods managing to capture last year's title, this coming after a 14-year drought since his last Masters title.
This is the Masters, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it rains. It doesn't matter if it shines. We get to compete for a green jacket. As a player, that's all we care about, and I'm just thankful that we have that chance this year because it's been very challenging, a lot of extra work to put this tournament on. And
yeah, I just need to keep putting myself into situations, and I'm playing good enough golf where I feel like if I can put myself in that position come Sunday, I like my chances. But we got to get there first.
But to have it this long, it's not the way I wanted to have it. I wanted to earn it back in April, but obviously we didn't have that. But we have an opportunity to play this week, which early in the year we didn't think we'd have this opportunity.
And now I always wanted to play in the Masters, I'll be honest. But the fact that I can't really drive more than 100 yards has really held back my golf game. What about you guys?
You know, if you want to talk to me about soccer, I can talk to you about that all day long. As far as golf is concerned, I know absolutely nothing. The only things I can say is it's exciting the Masters is back, and I have a mean putt-putt game. But Anna, I know that you have mentioned to me before that your family golfed a lot when you were younger.
I lived on a golf course my entire life. I've played and I've worked on them. I've watched the Masters ever since I was little. I'm not great at football or golf, but I'm glad that the Masters are back.
Awesome. Philip, thank you. Your 7-day forecast after the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Emily Harrington has become the 4th woman to ever free climb El Capitan in Yosemite National Park in under 24 hours. She was also the first woman to do so using the Golden Gate route. El Capitan is a massive 3,000-foot granite face. She scaled it in 21 hours and 13 minutes. On her ascent, she slipped and got a gash on her forehead. She said it almost took her resolve, but she kept going and is now part of an elite group as the first woman and 4th person to ever free climb the Golden Gate route in under 24 hours.
And speaking of more empowering women, a new Miss USA has been crowned. Miss Mississippi USA Asia Branch received the coveted title during a competition at Elvis Presley's Graceland in Memphis Monday. The 22-year-old was the first African American to be named Miss Mississippi. The contest was originally slated for spring but was postponed due to the pandemic.
And you know, it's been great talking about these empowering women, but you mentioned earlier that the Red Lobster rolls were your favorite comfort food, and mine actually happens to be anything sweet like donuts. And this time of year, it's actually time for pumpkin spice to move over because Krispy Kreme's coming out with a new fall favorite.
The donut shop has announced its limited edition caramel glaze collection. It includes the original glazed donut covered in a caramel glaze, and then there's that salted double caramel crunch, which is a caramel glazed donut dipped in a caramel icing and sprinkled with salted crunch topping. Both are available at participating Krispy Kreme from now until November 22nd. And Morgan, can we get one final look at that weather?
Yes. Over the next 7 days, conditions will be sunny, and there's also a chance for some rain to move through the forecast on Saturday and Sunday. Could be minimal, but a stray shower could not be ruled out. Also, lows look to be on the cooler side. We could be seeing freezing lows as well, and then lows starting to warm up a little bit. And that's all I have for this weather update on the mid 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Morgan. And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.